Hey everyone, this is Kamran and today we're going to talk about the DNS or the domain name system. DNS is one of those topics that anyone who develops for the web should know about. It is a broad topic, so I'm going to divide this lesson into two videos. In this lesson we're going to talk about what is DNS and how does it work, and the next one is going to be about the DNS records and how to debug the issues with the help of dig, traceroute and nslookup. So what is DNS? Before we learn about the DNS, we need to know what is internet. And before we learn about the internet, we need to know what is a network. Network is just a group of computers and other devices that are connected to each other. So for example, if at your home you have a printer, you have a laptop and a desktop, and all of these are connected to each other, these are all forming a network. Moving on, we have internet, which is a global network of networks. So for example, if you at your home have a home network and then your friend has a home network of his own, and then he has another friend which has a home network, and all these networks are grouped together to form a bigger network. So internet is similar to that, just a global network of all the networks. Now on the internet, if you have to communicate with some other device, you need to know how to find it. To find the device on the internet, we use something called the IP address. So each device on the internet has an IP address which has a numeric format, and it looks like this, and it is used to locate that device on the internet. And same goes for the websites that you visit on the internet. The IP address of the server where that website is hosted is used to load the website in the browser. But how does it work? Because we normally put the domain name in the browser. How is the browser able to find the IP address of the server? The answer to that is the browser uses something called a DNS, which helps us get the IP address from the domain name. So the browser sends the DNS the domain name and it gets back the IP address. And once it has the IP address, it can go on the network and hop from different routers till it reaches the server, and then it loads the website from there. Okay, now that we have got the high level understanding of the internet and how it works, let's look at the DNS and see how it works internally. So first of all, we have the browser. So the user enters the website in the browser and tries to open it. As we know that the first step is DNS resolution, so the browser needs to find the IP address of the website. First of all, the browser will look at the cache and see if it has the IP address of the website from any previous visits. If it doesn't find it there, then it will look at the DNS cache and see if we have the IP address there. And if it is also not there, then it will look at the host file to see if we have a mapping from the domain name to the IP address defined there. If it is able to find the IP address in any of these places, it will load the website from there, and it will not do any of the next steps that we will mention now. If it is not able to find the IP address in any of these caches or the host file, the next step is the recursive DNS servers. This is normally your ISP or internet services provider, which provides you the internet. Now it doesn't know anything about the domain name, but it has the caches from any previous visits. So it is possible that some other user might have visited the same website and it might have the cached IP address. If it is able to find the cached IP address, it will just return the IP address from here, and it does not have to go to the next step. And if the IP address is not found here, then the next step is the root DNS servers. Now root DNS servers also do not have the IP address information for the domain name, but they have the information about the TLD or the top level domain. So for example, if you're looking for google.com, so the TLD or the top level domain is .com. So it knows who might have the information about all the .com domains. So it will just return the information about the TLD server. Now the TLD server also doesn't know where the domain is, but it knows the final place where might the domain information be, which is the authoritative name server. So it will just return the information about the authoritative name server, and the request will go to the authoritative name server, get the IP address of the domain name from there. The IP address will then come to the recursive DNS servers where it might be cached, and then it will be sent to the user's computer and then to the browser, and then the browser will request the website servers and get the website from there. And this is how the IP address of the website is found on the internet with the help of DNS. And that's it for our lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you in the next lesson.